So, we might have a problem. Although, first off, let me check. Am I using... Good, I'm using the microphone. Computer audio can also be there. Very, very low, please. We have a problem. And the problem is this. This little dog decides right now of all times, she wants to play. She wants to play so freaking bad right now. Hello? She's got the mad zoomies out of nowhere, out of complete left field, which this happens like once a day. It just doesn't usually happen right at stream time. Yes? Yes, hello? So I don't know what we're gonna do about this. She's hiding. Uh-huh. I know, I'm not gonna play with you, and you're gonna sulk all day, huh? She wants to help review the playtest. She doesn't know how to play Pathfinder. She's a dog. Also, sorry if the lighting's a bit off. We just did a big, and by we, I mean my partner, just did a huge clean of the house. So one of my old lights is over there now, and I'm going to need to figure out a new way to light things. And honestly, I had a really slow start to the day. Fun fact, funny story. It was about 5 minutes before the stream started. Like, I'm talking halfway through the countdown to the start of the stream. And I realized I don't have pants on yet. I do now. There's no need to worry. I have pants on now. But, like, there was a high possibility that if I were just a little bit sleepier, I would not be wearing pants right now. You wouldn't know. I wouldn't have brought it up in that case. But it's a possibility. And remember, in any stream or YouTube video where you can't see the bottom half of the creator, they might not be wearing pants. You have no way to know. Do you want me to pick you up? You just want me to chase you, don't you? You're a brat. You're a little brat. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? I haven't done my normal name call out now. I'll do it, like, super fast. We got Yellow, Jake, Kobold, Olive, Potato, Amusement, Irufa, Narufi, Knight, Aaron, Caleb, Mammal, Thu, Butt, Stinkman. And we're going to close it off with Butt Stinkman. Good stream, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye. Oh my gosh, that's great. That just caught me so off guard. What's up, everyone? What's up? Yo, Eventide with a $5 donation. Thank you. Oh boy. Hello, hello, hello. Is that gonna read out? I'm always worried for some reason at the start of every single stream whether or not it's gonna read out donations. Is it not gonna read them out today? Cool. I'm too lazy to fix it right now. Thank you, Eventide, for the $5. The double-edged sword of the Rona has gifted me the chance to finally catch a full stream and a playtest. Let's go. Happy to have you back, Eventide, for sure. Thank you. All right. Is music good and balanced? Music's like barely... Oh, it's not on repeat. Ha. Whatever. No music. Too lazy for music. Jank stream. Jank stream time. So fair warning. This is a huge playtest package. We are probably not going to cover the whole thing. It is 41 pages of playtest just for this one package. Plus, there's a second package I want to touch on. So we've got our playtest package here today, which does consist of a brand new class, which we're going to be jumping pretty much right into. And, let me go ahead and grab it because I forgot to open it before the stream. We've also got the first official 5e playtest package, which we could take a peek at that today. Today's mostly going to be looking at playtest package 3 for PF2, but we might sneak a little peek over at the 5e playtest near the end of the stream. Alright? Alright. So, let's go ahead and get started. As always, it does start with NPCs, showing off more of our NPCs from our codex. This time I believe is a hero or a lone wolf. I can't remember which one Altane is. Usually it says on the side. I think if we scroll down here, it'll say. This is a hero. Yeah. Look at this good boy. Look at this good boy and his pet Concordine. Look at this good boy and his pet Concordine. I love it. I love it so much. So the Concordine is a unique creature of our creation, which it takes obviously heavy inspiration from Cerberus, but it's all Sonic based. It's an entirely Sonic based doggo. So you're looking at a medium uncommon beast, 2-action disorienting howl. I think it should be disorienting. Is disorientating a word? I've always wondered. Because you can disorientate someone. But if you disorient, I don't know if that's an actual word. We'll have to double check that. It is an actual word. Okay, cool. The Conquerdine unleashes a harmonized howl in an attempt to disorientate. I always get confused. Disorientate is different than disorient? Are those different words? I'm looking this up. I'm looking this up right now. Disorientate. Cause someone to lose their sense of direction. Disorient. Disorientating. It's a word. It's only British. Interesting. It's a British word. We'll take it. I check in during lecture and I see Doggo. You do, Anonymous. You do see Doggo. The best Doggo. Look at this face. Look at these little faces. Look at these little faces. They're adorable. Ha! You're not that cute. I'm sorry. You're very cute. You're very, very cute. I love you. Come here. Come here. You are that cute. You're very, very cute and I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't call you cute. That was very mean of me. So we're gonna go ahead and oh god, I can't move. I can't move while I'm doing this. I'm sorry. Oh, do you want to climb up? You want to climb up? Okay, that's easier. That works. Cool. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Dazzled until the end of their turn. Next round, regardless of result, all creatures are temporarily immune. Sonic Bark, 2 action, cone, 5d6 damage. She's very camera shy. We've never known why, but she can absolutely tell when she's on camera. It's really, really weird, but she can absolutely tell. A triple bite for 2 actions. The Conquerdine makes up to 3 strikes with different jaws, each against a different target. That's actually insane. For a level 4 creature to get 3 attacks, all at the same penalty, that seems like it should be 3 actions. That's wild. But yeah, so we got a nice little bard with a pet Conquerdine. Really, really cute. Provided here is a stat block for Conquerdines for use as creatures in your games. If you use Altane and his Conquerdine Vorta, use the Elite template on a normal one to represent Vorta. Vorta is well-trained and very protective of his master. If you wish to represent a younger variant, we suggest use the Weak template. Do you want to go sit down? Are you uncomfortable? I feel like you're uncomfortable. Let me go put you down. On the couch. Are we going to sit? Alright, we're going to sit real quick. I'm going to sit down. There you go. Oh, hello. I love you. I love this dog, damn it. Hi. I gotta go work. You're making work very hard. Oh, I love that freaking dog. Alright, let's keep moving. Jack the Reluctant. This is an interesting little Aasimar paladin who's very sarcastic. He's very sarcastic, very much like it says comic relief oriented. He's sort of like against the whole, oh, you're an Aasimar, you're holy, this is only a good thing. And he's like, well, no, it just means someone was touched by an angel. Doesn't mean it was necessarily a good thing for the family. It's a really cool way to use it. He's a little 13 champion, obviously. Lots of really good holy stuff going on. Really cool stuff. I don't spend too much time on the NPCs in these playtest packages because like they're NPCs. And I don't want to give away the codex too much, you know? The codex is more something, like even when it comes to the Foundry VTT, we're going to be giving the Almanac away for free on Foundry, but the codex is going to be a more premium purchase. But also it's harder to talk about NPCs than actual player options. Oh, but Kobiel, we're just going to take a quick look at Kobiel, because Kobiel is amazing. Freaking Kobiel. Damn, fallen angel became demon. Devil? Demon? I can't remember which, but yeah, came an Aranis. Yeah, so devil. Kobiel's freaking incredible. I love Kobiel. Really, really good, like, final boss for, like, a level 9 or 10 ending campaign. So great. Our artists just, our artists. So good, so good. She looks amazing. I might actually try to convince my DM to get her in there. Alright, now let's look at the player options. Lots of meat. Lots of meat. That's how you pick... Wait, that's how you picture Strix? That's what you think a Strix looks like? I've never imagined a Strix, like... Aren't the Strix the humanoid ones more like bird features? Like the Strix... Yeah, I don't see... I mean, aside from them also having wings, I don't see a whole lot of overlap there. Strix don't got scales. Okay, Strix Tiefling, maybe. I will give you Tiefling Strix. That's fair. What's up, Raul? That's totally fair. But all right, player options. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited. So I have not seen this yet, by the way. This is once again going in blind to the playtest package. I've seen the Shaman before. I've played one at like level 2, I think, but I've never gone any deeper. Let's go. So, starting with a really exciting one. You can find the world over those who break the mold and forge a path all their own, mastering techniques that others strive to repeat and exceed. We're looking at the Brawler. Not a monk, not a martial artist, just your straight up, I'm gonna beat you up Brawler. New traits, follow-up and setup. Actions with the follow-up trait cannot be used as the first action of your turn and gain certain benefits if used after an action with the setup trait. We're going full-on combo fighter, baby. Brawler dedication. You are a brawler through and through. Your body is conditioned to strike and your punches can break bones. The damage die for your fist unarmed attacks become 1d6 instead of 1d4 and can now deal lethal damage. The step and feint actions gain the setup trait and you gain the jab action. Your strikes with the follow-up trait gain additional benefits depending on their setup. So if you step before you strike, your strike deals an additional damage die. If you feint before you strike, the condition value or penalty inflicted by the strike. What does that mean? The condition value or penalty inflicted? That must work better with some other feats. Not can? Oh, just now deal lethal damage, not can deal. Your unarmed attacks are now lethal. You need to take a penalty to not kill someone with your punch. Oh, that's fantastic. And jab, also a setup. You snap a quick strike focusing on speed over power. Make a fist strike. This strike deals 1d4 bludgeoning damage and does not add your strength modifier. Interesting. So it does get a +1 to attack rolls, which is cool, but it deals way less damage. Like, you can attack normally for 1d6 plus strength, or attack with a +1 for just a flat d4. Just bop. No, this ain't Flurry of Blows. This ain't Flurry of Blows yet. And fighters can already do that with the Monk archetype. Chop the leg. You deliver a devastating kick. I want to preface this real quick, because I almost guarantee this was written by our creative director, who is a boxer. Like, a huge part of his life outside of TTRPG game design is boxing. Like, 5 times a week, going to the gym, fighting people. So this is absolutely written. I've seen videos of him fighting. Yeah. So deliver a devastating kick to the thigh of your opponent. Make an unarmed strike. If it hits, the target takes a -5 status penalty to its speed and cannot use the step action. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you just ruined their ability to step away for 1 turn. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. If jab were free once per round without MAP would be good. I don't know. I think it's fine as it is, because again, it's a setup. You want to do this to set something else up. Teep. I've never actually heard the term teep. As a reaction, if a creature attempts to enter a space adjacent to you, thrusting your foot forward like a spear, you stop your opponent dead in its tracks. Make a melee unarmed strike against the triggering creature, even if it is not within your... What? But they just entered a space adjacent to you. How are they not within your reach? If it hits, the creature ends its movement before entering the space. The strike deals no damage. Oh, attempts to enter the space. Okay. So that you're making an attack roll to basically just stop them. And then they don't get to approach you. You are literally like keeping them away. You're not dealing damage, but you're like pushing them out. That's really cool. I dig that a lot. Yo, Blazing Glory, thank you for the $2. Hey, Nonat, I've been loving these playtests so far, and I'm definitely grabbing at least the player options. What do you think about a Flame Oracle Vitamancer who burns themselves instead of using blood? I think that's freaking awesome. That's what Vitamancy is all about. It specifically says in the Vitamancy archetype and everything that you are not inherently using your blood to fuel your Vitamancy. Vitamancy is whatever fuels you fuels your Vitamancy. Like, we show the image of the automaton who's like draining their green, like just fluid that keeps them running to use Vitamancy, which is amazing. Is this good for spellcasters to keep themselves safe? It's definitely not a bad idea. Remember, you still have to make a strike, so you have to hit with the strike, and a crit does nothing. But it could be good. Lead hook. You throw a tight circular hook to the head, rocking your target to its core. Make an unarmed strike. If it hits, the target becomes stunned 1. This is not as good as it looks. I know on paper this looks borderline broken, but remember it has the follow-up trait, which means this is technically a 3-action activity. You have 3 ways to set it up. You can step, feint, or jab, and if you feint lead hook, it's stunned 2. It's 3-action setup, and you need to succeed your feint, I think. I'm guessing, maybe you... Do you need to... It doesn't say you need to succeed your feint. Feint for stun 2 might be a little... Okay, that might be broken. Like, step and jab before made sense, but the fact that a normal hit making stunned 2 is nuts. I guess you are spending 3 actions to only attack once, and then make stunned 2. So in a way, you're only using 1 action to make them have 1 action. The problem is that, I think incapacitation. I think definitely incapacitation, because if you do this to like a dragon 2 levels higher than you, and you normal hit, like this on a fighter is insane. If you have to succeed the feint, it's not as bad. Especially because that's charisma based, that's going to make you a little bit more multiple ability dependent. But like a fighter that just takes this for brawler dedication and lead hook, you win. You're never going to miss this. You just step, stun 2. Step, stun 2. That's a little bit broken. As usual, it's the fighter that kind of breaks everything, but when there's no saving throw. Right, even if it uses 3 actions, stunned 2 is ridiculous. It's just... Or yeah, sorry, it's feint, stun 2. But even step stunned 1 isn't bad. Granted, stunning shot exists. If we use stunning shot as the not stunning fist. What's the fighter feat? There's a fighter feat that lets you stun with a bow, I think. What is it? It's like level 8, isn't it? Maybe it's level 6. What am I thinking of? Not... Is it Dazing Blow? Is it Dazing Blow? Let me see. Dazing Blow requires grabbed. It has the press trait and has incapacitation. All of that. If you hit, it's a saving throw. And then... Or is it like slowing shot? I know I'm not crazy here. I know I'm not crazy. I'm not even looking at chat. Because I know I can do this. I know I can find it. I'm not crazy, right? Am I crazy? Debilitating shot, that's the one. Debilitating shot is 2 actions, make a strike, slowed 1. But, like, here's the thing. Level 4 fighters need to grab someone, they need to make a -5 attack roll, and the target needs to fail a fortitude save with incapacitation. Lead hook, you need to hit. That's it. Lead hook, I think, is overtuned. I think lead hook is way too strong. I don't know about that. I like press as a balance. I like press as a balance too. I like press abilities having great power. The problem with lead hook is that it's not press. If lead hook were press, meaning you like have to jab first and then lead hook, maybe. It's lead hook? Oh, I thought it was like a lead hook because you were hitting them like with like your fist is lead. Yo, what's up, Ellie? Great to see you. How's it going? Stupefied would be cool. I think Stupefied would be really, really cool. It'd be weak for feat 6. You know what I think would make lead hook really cool? You hit them and they become clumsy 1 and stupefied 1. They're clumsy and stupefied, and then if you feint, clumsy 2 and stupefied 2 would be great. Because then, you know, it lowers armor class, it makes it hard to cast spells, you can't focus. I don't think any of our designers are in here right now, but I think that might be the way to do it. I'm actually going to write that down in the Discord, which, by the way, if no one is in it, let me put it in chat, because we do have a Sinclair's Library playtest Discord, so if you want to join, get in there. Let me go ahead and find the Brawler archetype. Brawler. Let's see. Lead hook seems overtuned. Maybe replace stunned 1 with clumsy 1 and stupefied 1. Cool. But yeah, I still love this archetype so far. So far, this archetype is it's something I've wanted a lot as well. Because whenever I want to play a punch man, I don't necessarily want to play someone who enters stances and does specific martial arts. I just want to beat people up. A pugilist. Body, head, body. 3 actions. You unleash a fast combination of hands, each strike setting up the next. Make 3 unarmed strikes against the same target. These strikes gain the following failure condition. Ooh, it's like 3 exacting strikes. I like that a lot. That's something I've wanted to see more in the game. I like exacting strike for fighters. I want more things that are, you miss, don't increase your penalty. I love that. So all 3, if you hit all 3 attacks, they're still taking, -4, -8. But if you miss the first 2, just due to bad dice rolls, that third one is still at your max bonus. That is great. Love that. Great design. Level 6 is perfect. 3 actions is perfect. Amazing. Like you're committing to this flurry. It's like a different take on Flurry of Blows almost. It's just more committed. Could setup just be open so that there's less traits that are very similar? No, because then you could probably use some weird open abilities that should not combo into these, and then you'd have some weird overlap, which would lead to probably some insane, unintended min-max BS. Yeah, Hajitapa. Like I said, the guy who wrote this, our director, he's a boxer in real life. So a lot of these are things he does and experiences on a regular basis. Like, shovel hooks, chop the legs, body, head, body, whatever. Shovel hook, 1 action follow-up. You throw a hit to the body, digging for a vital organ under the rib cage. I'm uncomfortable. Make an unarmed strike. If it hits, the target becomes sickened 1 at until the start of your next turn. On a critical hit, the sicken condition lasts for a minute. See, here's my thing here. First off, the sicken for a minute doesn't mean as much, because you just, per the rules, you can always spend an action to puke up and get rid of the sicken condition, which I'm guessing would be against your class DC in this case. You can get rid of it with a retch action. And the fact that lead hook and shovel hook are the same level doesn't feel right to me. Stunned is such an inherently stronger condition than sickened. Sickened is great, don't get me wrong. But I think the fact that they're the same level is a little bit rough. Tetat? I don't know what Tetat is. Thrusting your full weight into your leg, you unleash a bone-shattering kick towards your opponent's arm. Make a melee unarmed strike. If it hits, the target takes a -1 penalty to attack rolls for a minute? Holy cow. So, okay, this is actually not as busted as I thought. Because that doesn't stack with things like Frightened or Sickened. So, Tetat is good, but you can't, combine it with Shovel Hook, which I think is balanced. I think it's fine. You can inflict just a -1 status penalty to attack rolls for a minute, which can't be removed, or you can give them Sickened, which they'll have to work to remove. It's an interesting. Yeah. I loved monks, but I want to see more representation beyond kung fu tropes, such as boxing and wrestling. Exactly, and that's what this is absolutely for. Oh my god, this is second page. Uppercut, 1 action. A life of fighting has taught you that sometimes simplicity is key. Throw a punch under your opponent's chin. If it hits, the target becomes stupefied 1. Okay, no, why is this level 8 and this is level 6? Why is stunned level 6 and stupefied is level 8? That makes no sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense. Stunned is infinitely stronger than stupefied, especially with the ability to double it with feint. That's amount of actions, sure. But if you're fighting a boss, so you have to think of it this way. You are a party of 4 against 1 boss. That is 12 actions against 3. If you feint lead hook, sure, you lost 3 actions. Now it's 9 actions against 1. They get 1 action, the boss. If you can just regularly lead hook every turn and land a normal hit, you just win. You shut down a boss permanently. They get 1 action per turn. Disgusting. Hence the playtest, yes. Yo, thank you, Jir, for I think it's €2. Thank you so much. Greetings from Finland. Thanks for great PF2 videos. Thanks for watching the PF2 videos. Appreciate it. Yeah, bosses, even, I think Dragon Breath is 2 actions. If you lead hook, a dragon could never use its breath. It's just real busted. I love this artwork, by the way. Strong woman, strong woman, strong woman. I love it. Flying Knee, 2 actions. I believe you use that and you get 1 extra energy on your next turn and slay the spire. Taking to the air in an impressive motion, you thrust your knee deep into your foe, leap, high jump, or long jump. You can make a melee unarmed strike at any point along your movement. Your movement stops when you make the strike, and it deals an additional damage die. If the strike misses, the target may step as a free action. Interesting. See, I like that. That represents that, like, they see you coming. They are ready. If they can dodge you, they have plenty of time to get out of the way. But if you hit, that's going to hit hard. Like, I feel like there's no way to sneak a flying knee into someone, but if you catch them off guard and you land that hit, that's doing damage. Tornado Kick. 2 actions. You spin around, throwing 2 kicks in rapid succession, taking your foes by surprise. Make a melee unarmed strike, a step, and a second melee unarmed strike. The second strike gains the follow-up trait and increases its reach by 5 feet. So if I'm understanding... This does look a little bit like Zarya, you're right. If I'm understanding how this works, you make a strike, you take a step action. Because step for you has follow-up, and the next strike gains... because step has setup, and the next strike has follow-up, the second attack will deal an extra damage die. So you do a normal unarmed strike, a step action, and then a second strike that deals an extra damage die, and has reach. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I like that, like, I think it's fair that it still has multiple attack penalty, so it's going to be a little bit less accurate, but overall, feels good. Oh, Weapon Inventor Brawler? I don't think... You'd have to work with your GM on that one, because technically you'd have to make your gauntlets as an inventor, and gauntlets don't count as unarmed strikes. Stunned 1 only removes 1 action. Yes, Cobb, but with the way the follow-up system works, if you were to feint first, feint has the setup trait. The condition value inflicted by your strike is doubled. So you feint first, which lowers their armor class if you succeed, and then lead hook. If you hit, suddenly they're stunned 2 on a normal hit, which is just too much. This archetype on a monk is great. This archetype on a monk is really, really cool. That's definitely the plan. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, great stuff there. Absolutely amazing. I don't know what this is, but I've never seen this before. This is going to be in the book? Oh yeah, Jefferson, everything you're seeing is going to be in Sinclair's library. Absolutely. I've never seen a Sagathian Knight before. Are we... Man, first book and we're already going for lore-based archetypes of our own lore. Let's go! We got freaking Blood Knights in here! While Sagathian Knights and Thanators find similar roots in the source of their power, getting them confused might put you on the wrong end of a blade. Sagathian Knights train vigorously and consciously, intensely studying the arts of Vitamancy to mastery. They consider their more natural counterparts, the Thanators, to be undisciplined and uneducated. What is a Thanator indeed, Hunter? What is a Thanator? I don't think we're going to find out today, but maybe soon. Diamonds in the rough at best. Most Thanators either don't know or don't care about the existence of the Sagathian Knights, and the few who do openly ridicule them as pale replicas, which does nothing to alleviate the ancient feud between the two fundamentally different practitioners of martial Vitamancy. So yeah, we've got martial characters that can use Vitamancy. So, as a member of the Sagathian Knights Order, you can now use... Hold on, I think I'm in the way. I'm absolutely in the way here. Let me grab my video capture device. No, I'm over here. You can only use Vitamancy once per turn. You need a con of 14 to take this. You become trained in Necromancy lore and gain the Instrument of Death action. If an ability granted by the Sagathian Knights archetype requires a saving throw, the DC is your class or spell DC. Likewise, if an ability causes positive or heals using positive, it gains the positive trait, yada yada yada. Cool. Alright, so, 1 action, Instrument of Death. For those of you who don't remember, Vitamancy is a new trait introduced in these books. Any action with the Vitamancy trait costs 3 times your level in hit points. So in order to use Instrument of Death at level 6, you lose 18 hit points, and this cannot be mitigated. It can't take temporary hit points, it can't be reduced. It is just you lose 18 hit points. You infuse some of your own life force into your weapon. A weapon you're wielding deals additional persistent negative or persistent positive damage equal to 1d6 plus your con mod on any strikes you make with it for the next minute. Yo! Yeah, at level 11, it does lower to times two times your level. Yep. So yeah, you sacrifice 18 hit points But assuming you have at least a 14 constitution, you're getting 1d6 plus 2 bonus damage on all of your attacks for a full minute. That's great. Oh, that's so great. I love it. Inner Vitality. As a reaction, if you would take damage... Oh, is this just Orc Ferocity? It's better than Orc Ferocity. As a reaction, once per day, if you would be brought to 0 hit points, you regain a number of hit points equal to 3 times your level. Oh, you get back one of your Vitamancies. You get back a Vitamancy cost. So at level 8, you would get 24 hit points back, and you gain Wounded 1. Ooh, that's dripping with flavor. It's better Orc Ferocity, but it fits. Yes. Oh, Sagathian Knight Magus. Yo, I love it. Life-seeking. Spend this just to Vitamancy again. I'm pretty sure that would kill you. I don't think you're actually allowed to use Vitamancy if it would drop you to 0. I don't think you can do that. Okay, it's described right here, what I just explained, that it's 3 times your level, and then 11th level, cost goes down. Life-seeking Strike. Once per turn, you use the magnetic property of necromantic energy to aim your attack. Make a strike against a living or undead creature. I guess it just doesn't work on constructs. That makes sense, actually. Yeah, actually, that makes total sense. If it doesn't have a life force, this doesn't work. I think that's super cool. This is the fighter's steady aim, or whatever it is for bows. Aim shot. It's just aim shot, but it only works once per turn and stuff. That's cool. I dig it. And it costs health to use. That's great. This is super cool. Is that it? Oh, there's more. Oh my god, there's another page. Holy cow. Vitamancy does not work with temp HP, Master Potato. The damage of Vitamancy cannot be mitigated, and temporary hit points are considered mitigation. It has to draw your actual health. Draining Strike. 2 actions. Your weapon devours necromantic energy, draining its victim of their precious life force. Make a strike against a creature. If it hits, they become drained 1, drained 2 on a critical hit. I think with that costing your own health, that's rad. You are sacrificing your health to hit and reduce their max health. Super cool. That's true, Evans. You can still have HP afterwards. Like the temp HP is basically a buffer once you have drained your own health. Right, Ellie? Right, Ellie? This stuff is so cool. I love it. Necromantic Embolism, with a little glitch on the trait there. You are wielding your Instrument of Death, so you need to have already activated it. You damage your foe's connection with their life force. Make a strike against a creature with the required weapon. If the strike hits, for as long as the creature suffers from persistent damage caused by this strike, whenever it would regain hit points from an effect with the Necromancy trait, it regains only half the number of hit points. Ooh. I think this needs to be worded differently, because... like, the problem here, and it's a very niche case, but again, I always try to be the devil's advocate here. Let's say you have a weapon with the flaming rune, and you critically hit, and they get rid of your negative necromancy, your negative persistent damage. They get rid of that on the first save, but the fire damage is still there, which is persistent damage caused by this strike. Technically, necromantic embolism would still work, and that doesn't feel right. I feel like it should say, as long as the creature suffers from persistent negative or positive damage. But, yeah, I feel like that's just... maybe it'd be a little just too crunchy to add all of that, but... Can Vitamancy pull from stamina? That's tough. I would almost say no, but that might make Vitamancy useless. I don't know. We didn't make Vitamancy with stamina in mind, because it's not the base game, so I have no idea. Does Draining Strike apply to the regular damage in addition to Drained? Yes, yeah, it still deals your normal strike damage. I believe unless it says otherwise, strike deals damage. Life Drain. Oh, from this persistent... no, this persistent damage wouldn't work either. Life Drain. As a reaction, if you reduce a living creature to 0 hit points or destroy an undead creature using your Instrument of Death, as your enemy grasps for their last breath, you use this moment of vulnerability to drain them of whatever life they have left. Regain a number of hit points equal to their level plus your con. Nice. It's not huge. It's not a ton of hit points. But, 12, 13 hit points on a kill, that's a lot. That keeps you going. That is the closest thing to life steal we've ever seen in Pathfinder 2e, and I'm here for it. Vitamancy would do 50% to stamina and health based on... I think that would make sense, yeah. That would make Vitamancy a little bit stronger, because stamina is easier to heal, but I still think it would work. Runes of Death. Are we getting like World of Warcraft Death Knight in here? When you use the Instrument of Death action, the affected weapon gains the benefit of the Bane, Disrupting, Ghost Touch, Grievous, or Wounding property runes for the duration of Instrument of Death. Ooh. Oh, I like that. That's a little bit of champion flavor in there. That's a little bit of like that level 6 weapon ally champion feature. I dig that. I dig that. Mass Drain. For 2 actions, up to 3 creatures within 30 feet that are Oh, that takes some setup. Up to 3 creatures that are all suffering the persistent damage of your Instrument of Death take damage. There should be a space there. Equal to the level of the same type caused by a weapon benefiting from your Instrument of Death. Take damage equal to your level of the same type as the damage. You regain a number of hit points equal to the damage dealt by Mass Drain. This is not a Vitamancy action. You may not use Vitamancy actions again until the end of your turn, and you cannot use Life Drain or Mass Drain again until after you have used a Vitamancy action. Yeah, Whirlwind Strike. So you're level 14, you get, let's say you are level 16, you get Whirlwind Strike on your Barbarian, and you hit 3 creatures. They're all taking persistent negative damage, and they all fail to get rid of it. On your next turn, for 2 actions, you're dealing 16 damage to each of them on a basic save, so they could crit fail and make it more. And then you would technically, if they all normal failed, you would heal for 48 hit points. That is a stretch. That is so hard to do, but man, that would feel good. Right, yeah, it's really hard to set up, but that payoff of like a 50 hit point heal, more if they crit fail, my god. And then Death Strike for 2 actions with incapacity. Oh, this is going to instant kill. This is going to be an instant kill. Using your training as a Sagathian Knight, you can sever a foe's life force with a single strike. Make a strike with an Instrument of Death against a living or undead creature. This attack deals an additional 4d12 negative or positive damage. The creature must then attempt a Fortitude save. If it crit fails, it dies. This is a death effect. If the target is undead and critically fails, it's destroyed instead. I almost wish it was on a normal fail. With incapacitation, I almost wish this was a normal fail. This is a level 18 feat with incapacitation. I think making it on a normal failure, similar to like, what's the rune? What's the rune that does it? It's the most popular weapon description in the game. Where is it? Decapitating. Oh my god, what is it? Help. I can't. My brain. It's used. The Vorpal. Oh my god, Vorpal. Thank you. Jeez, where am I? What's the Vorpal do in Pathfinder 2e? Vorpal is, as a reaction, if you critically hit, a normal fail kills them. Okay. Interesting. Okay, maybe this is balanced. So for Vorpal, a normal fail does instant kill, but you have to critically hit. With Death Strike, you don't have to critically hit, but they do have to critically fail. So it is very even. I'm on the internet? Wait, I'm on the internet right now? Is this live? Has this been live the whole time? Oh, my dog died. How you doing, girl? I hope you can see her. Yeah. Huh. Anyway. Yeah, that works out. It probably does need the death trait, yeah. Interesting. Oh, I love this. The Sagathian Knight is rad. Oh, the Vital Forge. Even more Vitamancy. Even more Vitamancy. Oh, man. Can it be used with a gun? Oh my god. Oh my god, it can be used with a gun. It can be used with a bow. It can be used with a sling. You can just... Death Strike. I want to make a sling-based Sagathian Knight. You've yeed your last haw. Oh... That's true. Vorpal can work on higher level creatures. This can't. Yeah, I feel like it could use a little bit of tweaking. Just pictured Olwen. Oh my god, Olwen. What's that, Josh? Your final boss? I think I am going to skip past the Vital Forge for now. Like I said, there's 40 pages to get through. And I don't think I have the energy to make this a super long stream. Undead is immune to death effects. It's not. Well, it is. They are. But if the target is undead and critically fails, it is destroyed instead. Oh, so that's why it doesn't have the trait. It says this is a death effect. But if the target is undead, it's a different effect. So it can work on both. Let's get to Shaman. Shaman's already going to be a massive one. Vital Forge, I believe, is a more crafting-based Vitamancy. Like, let's see if they have any cool Vitamancy things here. Vital Foundry, you can create large objects. Yeah, so this is using your life essence to build things, which is super cool. And again, if you ever want to read this for yourself, there's a link in the description to sinclairslibrary.com. Click that, go to the playtest packages, you can download it right now. Shaman. Everyone's been wondering about the Shaman. Where some find power in books, the divine, or even a performance, you draw your power from the primal forces of life through a shamanic emblem. Whether it be the markings on your body, a weapon you hold high in battle, or an item of strong significance, your emblem makes you a force to be reckoned with as you wade into combat slinging spells, bringing hope to your allies, and sundering the health of your enemies. This is a constitution-based spellcaster. During combat encounters, you can use your vital essence to manipulate the battlefield, either by empowering your allies or crippling your foes. Fighting as a shaman might feel like a race against a clock as your hit points drain away. The reason that Vitamancy has been so important and so many things have been built around Vitamancy is because the shaman is a class based on Vitamancy. Vitamancy came with the shaman, and we built more archetypes around it. It's the Vitamancy class. Everything they do relies, well, not everything, but a lot of what they do relies on Vitamancy. So let's get into it, shall we? Entity background, Vitamancy. Now, the shaman, unlike the archetypes, gets Vital Heal. As a free action, I think it's a free action. I'm still learning, I think that's a single action. I think these are supposed to be single actions. I'm still learning our action. We might need to update these symbols. They're very confusing. As a single action, you trade your own life force to heal your friends. An ally within 20 feet of you gains a number of temporary hit points equal to 3 times your level until the end of your next turn. So you use Vitamancy. You sacrifice, you're level 1, you sacrifice 3 hit points. Your ally gets 3 temporary hit points. Not bad. Yo, let's go, Bernardo. Good to have you back. Emblems. Your emblem is your subclass. As a shaman, you select one emblem at first level. The type of emblem you wield represents how you use your Vitamancy and how it manifests itself. We have the Emblem of War. This is something held aloft in battle, inspiring your fellows to greater martial prowess. Though usually a weapon, it can also be some other item, such as a banner. You can actually play the classic, angry shaman with a banner, casting spells and buffing your allies you see in games like Warhammer. Has to be visually recognizable, weighing at least 1 bulk and held in one hand. You gain the Emblem Strike Shaman feat and the War Cry action. You add the Bless spell as a primal spell to your repertoire. War Cry. You let out a mighty roar infused with strength. You and allied creatures within 20 feet of you that can hear you gain the following effects until the beginning of your next turn. Keep in mind, this is Vitamancy. It costs health to use. Everybody gets +3 to damage rolls. Resistance to physical damage equal to half your level, and +2 to athletics checks. This is one of the highest, especially at low levels, damage bonuses we've ever seen. But we've played it. It did not feel busted. It felt great. And remember, this is damage, not attack rolls. This is not giving you a bonus to accuracy. It is giving you a bonus to damage, and you're sacrificing health to use it. You are sacrificing 3 hit points at level 1 to give other people 3 extra damage. Also remember, this isn't scaling. At level 5, you're sacrificing 15 hit points to give everybody +3 to damage rolls. Now, this can have really, 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 really powerful uses. Say somebody, say you Warcry, and somebody throws out a 3rd level magic missile and shoots 6 different targets for 1d4 plus 4. Hunter, that's a glitch. This is not what it's supposed to look like. Hopefully they look right elsewhere. We don't know why some of the traits in the book got messed up. Yeah, they're all messed up in the Shaman. They weren't bad earlier here in the playtest package, but yeah, we'll be fixing those. It's a weird glitch. Emblem of Blood. Your emblem is something written upon your body. You call upon its power to bring fear to your foes and empower your allies. Blood emblems are typically tattoos, but can also be face paint, scarification, or some other permanent or semi-permanent body marking. You gain the Blood Manipulation action and the Blood Dart Shaman feat. You'll also add the Grim Tendril spell to your repertoire as a primal spell. Blood Manipulation. For 1 action, a creature within 20 feet of you becomes either Enfeebled 1 or Clumsy 1 until the beginning of your next turn. Creatures immune to bleed are immune to this effect. You're a Bloodbender. Congratulations, you're a Bloodbender. You are... What do you mean it seems bad? Clumsy 1 with no save? No save, no check. Reduce their armor class by 1? That's amazing. Like, that's... Stack that with Flat-Footed? That is -3 to armor class for no check, no save, guaranteed. Absolutely insane. Emblem of the Beast, my personal favorite. Your emblem is a trinket of some sort, often made from the horn or tusk of a magical beast. You gained the Empower Beast action and the Primal Bonding Shaman feat. You also add Magic Fang to your spell repertoire. Empower Beast. Your bonded beast is within 20 feet of you. Keep this in mind for a little bit. This does not mean animal companion. This does not mean familiar. This is something very different. But for 1 action and your Vitamancy cost, your bonded beast gains a +1 circumstance bonus to attack rolls and a 5-foot status bonus to speed until the beginning of your next turn. Shaman spellcasting. I'm gonna make a lot of people upset right now. I'm gonna make a lot of people upset. Where is it? The Shaman is a bounded spellcaster. I saw multiple people in chat saying, don't be bounded, don't be bounded, don't be bounded. Sorry, it's bounded. Here's the thing. We could not give the Shaman full spellcasting and Vitamancy. That would be busted. Vitamancy has a lot of utility, and it's insane, and are basically spells in their own right. If we gave them full spellcasting and Vitamancy, it would be completely busted. You know what? Screw you. Bounds your spellcasting. Yeah, but otherwise, they are, I believe, spontaneous. Let me see. I believe you're spontaneous. I didn't write this thing. Spell repertoire. So yeah, they're spontaneous. Spell repertoire. Vitamin C is very useful. It keeps the scurvy away. Contrary to popular belief, not all Vitamancy is blood magic. The art of Vitamancy manipulates the necromantic energy animating living and undead alike, working on forces far more primal than simple blood. That is not to say blood magic does not exist. Some necromancers, blood mages, and shamans have developed and mastered the art of blood manipulation, but it is only one niche of the Vitamancy arts, one frowned upon by many Excuse me. Let's move on. So you get Shaman feats at level 2, skill feats, alertness, general feats, internal vitality. Did I wake up my dog? Oh, dog, I'm sorry. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. You gain the internal vitality action at level 3. For 1... Okay, so those were all free actions, I guess, because this says normal action. Huh. 1 action. You have not used Vitamancy this turn. You recover a number of hit points equal to your Vitamancy cost. So the Shaman, unlike the Vitamancy archetypes, has self-sustaining abilities. Kind of. When you spend your Vitamancy, you're level 1, you lose 3 hit points. Now, on your next turn, you can get those hit points back. But if you get those hit points back, you can't use Vitamancy until the next turn, and you can't heal like this again until you use your Vitamancy. So if you want to be very safe and efficient, you can always Vitamancy, heal. Vitamancy, heal each turn in turn. But sometimes you might need to, it does not have the flourish trait, no. But you cannot use Vitamancy effects this turn, and you cannot use internal vitality until you've used an action with the Vitamancy trait again. That's what we were going for there, Ellie. It's a sustainable loop, but if you absolutely need to, you can break that loop and just keep drawing Vitamancy from yourself and skip the healing. So you could use 3 Vitamancy effects on each turn in a row, but you can still only heal back the most recent one. A minimum HP you need is 1, but with 1 you can't use it. You need 4. At level 1, you need 4 hit points, and then you can drain to 1, heal to 4. Drain to 1, heal to 4. Does this book have spells with the Vitamancy trait? I actually don't know. I'll have to check. I'll have to ask about that. Also at 3rd level, you get Shamanic Rituals. Shamans are well versed in the arts of ritual casting. You gain a +1 status bonus to all primary checks to perform a ritual. If you are a master in the skill needed, it's +2 and +3 if you're legendary. I just think that's a nice little piece of flavor, you know? Shamans have always been known throughout history to be those conducting the rituals. Just a nice little bonus to ritual casting is perfect. Signature spells, obviously, ability boosts, entity feats, vital casting, level 7, twice per day, you may cast one of your signature spells by paying Vitamancy instead of a spell slot. That's how we got around some of that limited bounded casting. That is 2 full extra spells per day compared to a normal vital caster, bounded caster. At 13th level, you can do this 3 times. At 19th level, you can do this 4 times. I love how I've seen like 4 people already go, that's why they're bounded. Yes, that's why they're bounded spellcasters. But yeah, this is a super strong version of the Vitamancer archetype. So yeah, right at level 7, you get 2 more spells per day. 13th level, another spell per day. 19th level, another spell per day. Vital Fortitude, you get Master in Fortitude. Emblematic Willpower, Will becomes Expert. Martial Expertise. By the way, I should have mentioned that. I didn't say this earlier. And someone called this in chat like a while ago. The Shaman uses martial weapons. They are a spellcaster who gets martial weapon proficiency. It still scales a little bit slower, but they still, right at level 1, your Shaman can use a Great Axe. I really should have met that up. They only get light armor, and they're primal casters. Caster with martial weapons without needing to take like a fancy ancestry feat or something. They don't get expert with them until level 9, however. Yeah, Summoner can't. Magus can, but Summoner can't. Like, this is a lot of what people wanted the Summoner to be. People wanted the Summoner to be able to use martial weapons, but yeah. It still scales quite a bit slower than everyone else. It caps at Master, but the fact that you can still use them at level 1 is awesome. Vigilant Senses, Master Perception, Vitamancy Expert. You can use Vitamancy twice per round, and 3 times per round at level 17. Keep in mind the amount of health you're going to spend on this, but the Shaman is going to be one of those classes where every single turn, you're going to have a million options available to you. How many Vitamancy options should you heal instead? What do you do? It caps at Master as opposed to other Marshals. Oh, wait, that's right. Marshals cap. I always forget Marshals cap at Master. Yeah, but they don't get Master till level 19. I always forget things like Ranger cap at Master because I only play fighters. Light Armor Training at 11th. Master Expert in Reflex at 13th. Vital Sustain. Once per turn, when you sustain a spell, you may pay Vitamancy and sustain for free. I love that one. Love that one a lot. Weapon Specialization at 13th. Master Spellcasting at 15th, which I think is slower than others, but I could be wrong. I want to say Wizards get Master at 13th. Legendary Fortitude at 17th. Light Armor Master, Weapon Master. And then Capstone Efficient Vitamancy. Your mastering of the art of Vitamancy allows you to maximize the potential of your life force. Your Vitamancy cost becomes equal to your level. Like, at this point, you can use 3 Vitamancy actions in 1 turn, and it only costs you 57 hit points, which is still a lot, But yeah, like finally, I feel like it's been forever since we've seen a capstone feature that feels worth it. Yeah, to be fair, level 19. That's why I'm always like disappointed by really weak capstones. You know, like the Inventor's capstone, which is change your subclass. I feel like level 19 should be borderline game breaking. You made it to level 19. You deserve this. Is this character broken? At level 19, to be fair, all characters should be broken. Yeah, most strong capstones move to level 20 feats. True. But yeah, let's go over the feats as well. The feats you start with. So, Blood Shaman start with Blood Bolt, which I think said Blood Dart earlier. For one action, make a spell attack roll against a creature within 20 feet of you. On a hit, they take persistent bleed damage equal to your level. No base damage, no saving throw, just you're level 1, boom, you're bleeding now. Well, fun. I think that's a nice little clever one. It's a spell attack roll that just inflicts a condition. Hell yeah, Blazing Glory, hell yeah. Emblem of War Shaman gets Emblem Strike. When you make a melee strike with your emblem, you can use your spell attack modifier instead of your standard attack modifier. So now, your Emblem of War Shaman, who's starting with martial weapons, can use their spell mod with their Great Axe. I just want that spell anyway. It's not even a spell, it's just an action. You can just... It's great. I can use Feral Shades now with easy synergy. What? I don't know what Feral Shades is. Is that another spell? Why does Shaman only have 8 HP per level? Maybe it should have 10. I think we were worried about giving them too much health. Like, especially with Con already being their key ability score. Which, by the way, I don't know if I made it clear. The Shaman casts their spells with Constitution. Since your key ability score is Constitution, your spell attack rolls and spell DCs use your Constitution modifier. So, like, you're probably going to start with 18 Constitution, so you're already getting 12 hit points per level. We didn't think you needed 14 per level. So, yeah. We figured that was probably a good way to balance it, because they're already going to have so much health. At 7th level, you gain access to its critical specialization effect. Special, you can perform a bonding ritual to assign a new weapon as your emblem. It takes a day and requires a nature check. If your emblem is not a weapon, you can designate a weapon as part of the ritual. Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're going for, Ellie. That's exactly what we're going for, is the Shaman should not be afraid to be, like, right next to or right behind the champion and the fighter. Maybe give your Shaman, like, a reach weapon, like a polearm, and then, like, you're stabbing from reach and also casting spells in the middle of combat. The only thing holding them back is their light armor limitation. Primal bonding. All right. We got to talk about primal bonding. Because this right here, this is all part of the feat. This is all part of the same feat. This is basically the Emblem of the Beast subclass. Let's get into it. Your emblem allows you to call forth a magical beast to serve you in your duties. You gain a beast essence as a bonded beast and learn the primal bonding ritual. So, no matter who you are, you will always start with a level -1 beast essence. This is your... I want to be clear. This is not an animal companion. This is not a familiar. This is something completely unique to the Shaman. You'll notice this is a monster stat block. This is not like typical. This is similar to something you would summon with like summon construct or summon undead. You start with this. And there's a ritual. You form a bond with a new common bonded beast. If you already have a bonded beast, you must release your bond as part of the ritual. Whenever your bonded companion dies, or if you release the bond, you regain the maximum hit points paid as part of the ritual. Cost maximum hit points based on the level of the creature you bond with. If you bond with a 5th level beast, you permanently lose 16 max hit points. Those are gone as long as you have that bonded beast. You are sacrificing a percentage of your health to maintain this bond. If you critically succeed, it gains the minion trait permanently. The summoned beast is friendly towards you, but you must succeed a command animal check during your daily preparations, or it loses the minion trait. You fail, or crit fail. The beast is furious at your attempt to dominate it and tries to kill you. So, yeah. Does it? It said level 8. It said page. It say page 8? See, bonded beast page 8. Was that like back up here? Or am I crazy? No, I'm crazy. There's more information on this. Should I have seen more of this? So the TLDR... Do I get experience if I kill it? The TLDR here is that at level 1 and 2, you can only have the beast essence. Once you are character level 3, and basically once you can cast these level spells, you can bond with any common beast of this creature level. So you hit level 5, you can bond with a level 2 creature. You hit level 9, you can bond with a level 7 creature. You hit level 17, you can bond with a level 15 creature. This is designed... So, in contrast to a ranger's animal companion, where the animal companion stays with you, it levels up with you, and gets stronger with you, the shaman says, I will work with you, but I will outgrow you and move on to your stronger friend. And you will constantly be swapped. Yes, that is the best way to put it, Master Potato. It is a permanent summon animal spell. Someone said, do you lose the max hit points if you fail? I'm going to say you still spend them, but you probably get the maximum back right away if you fail. Because you still have to spend them. But if you release the bond or they die, you get the max hit points back, but you don't recover them. So you might lose those hit points, and then they'll come right back, but you'll basically be missing them. There are no level 17 common beasts. I think there's 1 or 2. But yeah, that's one we've run into as well. Is the common beasts? The common beasts are rough, especially at higher levels. I think that's something we're still talking about. Would it be too much to have an action or a feat where you can avoid paying the Vitamancy cost after casting a spell from a spell slot? Just to add interaction? Where you can avoid paying the Vitamancy cost after casting a spell from a... You don't have to. So, Zythos, you only pay the Vitamancy cost if you don't want to spend a spell slot. You don't spend Vitamancy to just cast a spell. It's only if you want to avoid using the spell slot. Upscale account to level 17. There you go. I mean, if you're using Vitamancy action after casting a spell... I don't know if there is one. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked into them. Level 2, Bleeding Weapon. You imbue one weapon with a little bit of your vital essence, making it deadlier. One weapon in your hands deals additional persistent bleed damage equal to your level. Bleeding Weapon lasts for a number of rounds equal to your con mod. Cool. Similar to the Blood Bolt, but now it's just right on your weapon. Call to War. When you roll for initiative, you and your allies get +1 to damage rolls until the end of their next turn. If you specifically roll Intimidation, they get +2. Very fun. Fountain of Health. For one action, if your next action is to cast a spell with the healing trait, creatures healed gain a number of temporary hit points equal to the spell level. Pretty typical. If you cast a first level heal spell, everyone gets 1 temporary hit point. Simple. Should Blood Bolt have the attack trait? That's where it gets confusing. Like, it's still a spell attack roll. Maybe it needs the attack trait, but I always thought that making a spell attack roll is in itself the attack trait. You know, I don't know where the line is there for the attack trait. I don't know if it needs it or if it's implied. 4th level, Fear in the Blood. When Emblem of Blood uses blood manipulation, you can also now inflict Frightened 1 and Stupefied 1. Boom. Love it. Iron Chest, Emblem of War. You have learned to mark your skin with protective runes, usually reserved for armor. You can inscribe fundamental armor runes on yourself. The effect of these runes do not extend to any worn armor, with armor potency and resilient runes only affecting you if you are unarmored. You have a max dex cap of +5. I feel like I just said all of that, but I didn't register a word of it. Fear the Old Blood. Where did I just go? Okay, so does this actually do anything? Hold on, can't you already do this to Traveler's Clothes? Yo, what's up, Gabby? Thanks for coming in. hold on. You can inscribe runes on yourself. The effect of these runes do not expend any worn armor, with armor potency only affecting you if you are unarmored. Yeah, wait, this does nothing. But this is your skin? I guess you can be nude. It's just traveler's clothes that can't be stolen. I guess that's fair. I don't know. This feels really, really weak. But I mean, I guess this is just as specific a niche as, like, the Magus's fancy sheath. You know, the Magus has a huge level 2 feat that just gives you a sheath that can't be seen. That's it. So, I guess that's about the same power level. If you really, really want to wear no armor whatsoever, if you really want to embody just the, like, loincloth, crazy war paint shaman, you can absolutely do this. You also can't add property runes? Oh, it is just... Yeah, that's just a fundamental. What? Wait, that's got to be a mistake. That makes... I mean, I guess just to avoid certain things. Weird. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, this is technically worse than Explorer's Clothes. I'm actually going to bring that up right now as well. Shaman. Iron Chest at level 4 is just weaker than Explorer's Clothes with runes. Cool. Done. Should double check that one. Yeah. Primal Resistance. As a free action, if your bonded beast is within 20 feet of you, it gets a +1 circumstance bonus to armor class. Oh, it's like the summoner spell of the same type that gives it +1 AC. But also physical resistance 5. Nice. You just have to spend 12 hit points for it. Cool. Maybe give it a +1 item bonus. Even then, the fact that you can't put property runes on it is weird. Ritual Traditions. Whenever you gain a new spell level, you can learn an additional ritual. That's really nice. Shared Vitality. Once per minute, you may choose a living, willing creature within 20 feet of you to pay the cost of the Vitamancy. Okay, that's funny. That's really funny. Hey, Barbarian, I gotta cast this spell. Can I just... Let me just get my straw out. Fireball! Oh, that's great. Good, that willing is part of it. That does make Battle Medicine crazy good. I'm glad you can only... Actually, you can do it once per day. I think this should be once per day, period. I think this should be once per day, period. Once per target per day is absolutely busted. You're basically a vampiring a friend to do magic. That's exactly what you're doing, Ellie. 100%. This should be once per day. This is the kind of feat that if you're in a party of like 6 people, that's insane. That is, once you're level 7, that's 6 free spells per day. That's nuts. That's absolutely insane and scales way too well. Vital Meta Magic. You have at least 1 feat with the Meta Magic. Mosquito Shaman. Mosquito Shaman go bzzz. Whenever you use an action with the Meta Magic trait, you can pay your Vitamancy cost and reduce the number of actions by 1. This should be the norm. Finally, the Shaman is the only caster who can move Meta Magic and cast a spell. No one else can do that, because for some reason, all spells are 2 actions, and most Meta Magics are 1 action. Finally, somebody can take a move action in Meta Magic. Blood Gash. As a reaction, yeah, it is really good, because this is like a level 18 wizard feat, I think. But it does still make you spend triple your level in damage, so you lose 12 hit points to use it, and that goes up with level. Blood Gash. As a reaction, if a creature within 20 feet takes damage, they then take persistent damage equal to your level. Oh, okay, it costs Vitamancy. Oh, and it's only for the blood subclass. Okay, I thought this was available to everybody. So if you're specifically an Emblem of Blood, and you spend 18 hit points to use it, you can inflict probably 10 persistent bleed damage as a reaction. That's really good. I can't tell if that's overpowered or not. I don't think it's overpowered, because, you know, a fighter or a barbarian are hitting for 50, 60 damage at this point. It's just really, really good. Resilient Bond for the beast. Once per day, if your beast is reduced to 0 hit points, you sacrifice your own life energy to keep it in the fight. It regains HP equal to your level, plus your con mod, at the cost of Vitamancy. So you're spending 18 hit points to heal it for 10. That's rough. Roar of Power. As a free action, allies within you, within 20 feet of you, gain a +1 bonus to the first attack roll they make before the beginning of your next turn. That's really cool. That's a really good use. I mean, it's technically just... That's technically worse than Inspire Courage, huh? But I guess the big deal with this is that you can... Well, no, because you can't use 2 Vitamancy until a certain level. Huh. Isn't that just worse than Inspire Courage? Isn't that just way worse than Inspire Courage? It doesn't give a damage bonus. It costs health. It is a free action. You know, that's true. That is a free action. Can't wait to see how the archetype dedication for Shaman looks. Make a Barbarian with Shaman. Ooh, that'd be great. Yeah, no, people are making... oh, no. Olive and Raul, you're both right on the money. It's not worse. Because it's a circumstance bonus. And it's a free action. This stacks with Inspire Courage. Okay, no, this is totally balanced. That is 100% balanced. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, that changes everything. Vital Reserve. For a single action during daily preparations, you can pay your Vitamancy cost and store an equal number of hit points into your emblem. When using an action with the Vitamancy trait, you can use the hit point... Ooh! Pay 1 up front. And then, like... So you can, like, pay your Vitamancy and then have someone treat wounds on you. And then in combat, basically, your first Vitamancy is free. That's cool. That's really, really cool. Oh, I like that a lot. Nice. Gnarly Gash. For a single action, if you have Blood Gash, a creature within 20 feet of you suffering from persistent bleed damage must make a basic fortitude save or take a number of slash... Yo! What? Okay, it's Vitamancy again. Yo! Oh my god! Imagine you use that reaction to give them, at this point, 12 bleed damage. Okay, it is basic fortitude save. And so you give them the bleed damage, your turn comes around, and you just rip the blood out of them, dealing, wait, 3 times? That should be, that's either needs to be 2 actions, or it needs to be double. That's too much. That's too much. Because Blood Gash is the reaction, right? Yeah. Blood Gash inflicts, at level 8, 12 persistent bleed damage. That means for 1 reaction and 1 action, you are dealing 36 slashing damage. That's just a bloodbender. Just straight up bloodbending. Vitamancy can only be used once per turn until you get to a certain level. I guess that's fair. You're level 8, so you did pay 48 hit points to do that. That's true. That's fair. Honestly, that is way better, way more fair than I imagined. But once you're level 10, or once you're level 11, you're only paying 44 hit points to deal 45 damage. It gets better as you level up. I guess that is pretty balanced, honestly. I guess that is pretty balanced. You know? That's what I'm really impressed by with a lot of these designs. Is, like, they look so broken up front. But once you break most of them down, they are balanced because of the cost of hit points. Yeah, it scales up real well. What is that at level 20? At level 20, to do that combo, you're spending 80 hit points to deal 72 damage. Not bad. Not bad at all. And then they keep bleeding, too. Whew. Oh, Capstone, you're right. 40. Oh, you're right. 40 for 72. Not bad. Wait, hold on. Hold on. We need to amend this. Remember, at level 20, you can use Vitamancy 3 times per turn. And just, this needs to end their bleed. This feat needs to end their bleed. Otherwise, at level 20, you can just go Gnarly Gash, Gnarly Gash, Gnarly Gash, and deal 225 damage. That needs to end their bleed damage. Otherwise, you can just keep doing it every turn. Are there any hints to what the video you're making where you tweeted asking us to send you Art of our OCs? I don't want to spoil things, but it will be Pathfinder related. 20th level characters should be broken. Look, there's broken, and then there's 225 free damage a turn. Ripcord, ripcord. Yeah, maybe Flourish would be best here. Holy cow. There are levels of broken. Like, the fighter is broken, but it's not broken. You know what I mean? It's not free. You're paying 60. Oh, 60 whole hit points to deal 230 damage. Ooh. On a basic fort save? Yeah, so it could be 450. Right, Aklathos. I know it doesn't stack. That's not what we're talking about. The persistent bleed damage never changes. It's the slashing damage equal to triple it that you just get to keep doing. When is the library out? We're hoping April. Maybe it immediately triggers the recovery check. That's not a bad idea. Maybe, like, give them a free recovery check afterwards could be something. I don't know. That needs some... I'm writing that down before I forget. Gnarly Gash as is can be used 3 times in 1 turn at level 20. That's potentially 225 damage for 3 actions and only 60 HP. Done. Gnarly, dude. Iron Skin. The ability to inscribe runes. Oh, okay, so you get property runes at level 8. Well, that's what we... Alright, I'm gonna go delete my old issue. Gonna go ahead and delete that. Alright, cool. I look like a fool. Thanks, chat. Iron Skin lets you put property runes on. There we go. Primal Mount. Your bonded beast gains the mount special ability. It needs to be at least 1 size larger than you. Yep, sure. Still has an unnecessary desk cap to effectively unarmored. It is still 2 feats, though. That's true. I don't know. Vital Command. You command your bonded beast as a free action, but you pay your Vitamancy cost. Cool. Oh, God, my voice is starting to go. You inscribe glamour runes onto your skin? Yes. I don't think it would do anything, though, because glamour runes specifically only affect armor. They don't affect skin. The bonus to damage from your Warcry action increases to 5, and the damage resistance now includes magic weapons. Cool. Healing Echoes. 1 action once per day. If your next action is to cast a spell with the healing trait, creatures healed by the spell gain fast healing equal to the... Whoa! That's like 20 extra healing! That's busted! That, I don't know how I feel about that. Look at it this way. If you're in a team of 5, and you cast... I guess you can't do a 3-action heal, because this is Healing Echoes. But yeah, 1 action... That's fast healing 5 for 5 turns. Oh. That's wild. You can if you use the Vital Meta Magic? True. This doesn't even have Vitamancy. Yikes. Yeah, with Vital Meta Magic, that's 1 turn to give your entire team, including yourself, fast healing 5. You can do it 3 times, once per day, yeah. That's insane. Infectious Blood. Whenever you inflict a condition using blood manipulation, increase the value to 2. Fantastic. Magnificent Beast. Whenever you use Empower Beast, increase the attack rolls to +2. Cool. Quicken Casting. Once per day. If your next action is to cast a cantrip or a spell using one of your Shaman spell slots, that is at least... I think this was a copy-paste that needs to be changed. As a bounded spellcaster, you don't have spell slots 2 lower than your highest level spell. That doesn't exist. What is this class? This is the Shaman Cyber Scorpio. If you have the Vital Meta Magic feat, you may pay your Vitamancy cost and cast a spell 1 level lower than your highest spell instead. Huh. That's weird. Impressive Vitality. Once per day when you use the Internal Vitality action, you may also gain temporary hit points equal to your level. What was Internal Vitality? That was... Oh, that's where you give your ally temporary hit points. Now you get them too. Cool. Holy cow, my voice. I'm going to have to call it after this. Maybe... I'm going to end the Shaman here. I'm going to leave a little bit to be... I'll look at 20. It does not have totems. No, it does not have totems. It's not a World of Warcraft Shaman. No, it has emblems. Emblems of war, blood, or the beast. We will look at level 20 real quick, though. I'm going to skip over the rest of this, leave a little stuff to tantalize the taste buds. What do we got at level 20? Level 20, once per day, you can use 2 Vitamancy actions. On action, or... That's a grammar typo. Paying your cost only once! No! It makes Gnarly Gash even better! Easy Vitamancy. You master the secrets of Vitamancy, allowing Your mastery of the secrets of Vitamancy allows you to make use of it without necessarily sacrificing your essence. Once per hour, you can use an effect without paying its cost. Vital Prowess, extra level 10 spell slot. Totally fair. Oh, what's that? Is that a bard subclass? Boy, sure would be unfortunate if we didn't cover it today. Oops. We got a bard subclass there. We got another magus subclass. We've got new animal companions. Ooh. You can have a Conquerdine as an animal companion, just saying. There's the fully grown Conquerdine, baby! Oh, I love it. You saw the baby at the beginning, and we got the freaking full one. Whip support when? Soon. The Guru Demon. The Guru Demon. Just super angry kangaroo. I love it. Just a big ooze. Just a big indigo ooze. Just intelligent enough to follow your commands. Oh, y'all, this book has so much. This book has so much. This is an animal companion. Look at this. Oh, man. Look at it. Those legs go all the way up. Oh, it's here. It's here. Oh, there he is. I didn't draw him. I made him. Y'all. It's my favorite animal companion in this book. It's the Shambling Mount. I've been wanting to talk about this for months. I'm so proud of this pun. I'm so proud of it. Your companion is a Shambling Mount, a close relative of the Shambler grown to serve as a mount. It's a shambling mound you can ride. I love him so much. Oh, I was so happy when he came out with a big doofy teeth. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself to a point where you can make your puns a reality. Ellie, I can't tell if you're proud, disappointed, a mixture of both. Is this 2E? It is, yeah. And then the Night Stalker I've shown on Twitter before. They're deathly afraid of sunlight, but they're super good in the dark. Shouldn't he have the mount trait? Does he not? He does. Special mount, right there. Oh, I'm so happy the Shambling Mount is here. Also, we're introduced... Very disappointed, Ellie! I'm hurt. Also something that I think a lot of people have wanted for a long time. Swarm Companions. They work differently. They're Dr. Beast! They've got different traits, different immunities. They're definitely a little bit more complicated. But we got a lot. We've done so much. We honestly thought as a team, one of the places that Pathfinder 2E needed more expansion was from animal companions. We thought animal companions could be so much more than they currently are. So we wanted to make them that. Your animal companion is a collection of mice. You can have your animal companion is a bunch of weasels. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. All right, and before I wrap it up, let's take a look at the 5. Your Yosoki Rat Swarm Ranger. Big. All right. And this is the first time showing off the 5E version of some of this stuff, which actually has some different things in here. I don't know exactly what's in here. We have a Ranger archetype, the Wilding, which I believe we've done as a subclass. I'm not as familiar with 5th edition. If you have another class with the spellcasting feature, you add 3/4 your ranger level instead of half your ranger level toward your level on the multi-class spellcaster table. This is a 5E ranger that's a little more focused on spellcasting. When you choose this archetype, you learn deep magical secrets from the spirits of the land. This allows you to cast spells beyond the reach of other rangers. You learn 2 cantrips from the druid list. You learn additional druid cantrips at higher levels, as shown in the cantrips known column. You use the wilding table instead of the ranger table to determine how many ranger spells you know and how many spell slots you have to cast your ranger spells at 1st level and higher. Ritual casting, spell casting focused. At 3rd, 7th, 10th, and 13th level, you permanently learn the spells in the Wilding Spells column of the Wilding table. They don't count against the number of ranger spells you know. If none of these spells If one of these spells doesn't appear on the Ranger spell list, it is nonetheless a Ranger spell for you. At 7th level, your movements through the world are part of your magic. Whenever you use your action to cast a cantrip, you can dash as part of the same action. Minotaur playable? Yes, our Bovian ancestry is going to be in both books. Everything's going to be in both books, to my knowledge. You can spend the extra movement before casting the spell as well as afterward, just as you can split up any other movement. So already right here at level 7, we're making this ranger different than other casters. You know, this is someone who can dart into position, shoot out a cantrip, and duck back out safely. There's our spell table. You get things like Gust of Wind, Haste, Water Breathing, of course, very, very fancy stuff. They get up to 6th level spells, which I think normal rangers only get up to 5th, right? Rangers only get 5th level spells in 5e. At 11th level, you can cast a spell from your list of wilding spells without spending a spell slot if its spell level is lower than the highest level of ranger spell you know, twice per day. Yes, only 5th. So yeah, we get 2 extra spells with this archetype. Finger Gun Cantrip. At 15th level, your magic is enmeshed with your instincts. You can dash whenever you use your action to cast any spell, even if it's not a cantrip. Super cool, hyper mobile spellcaster, which is something that doesn't really exist right now, which is cool. The Bovians, which we've seen in Pathfinder 2e, are now a D&D 5e race. They give you one ability score by 2, another one by 1. Wisdom is most commonly chosen, but this might vary in other settings. Humanoid, medium, 30-foot speed. With your horns and hooves, you always have weapons. Roll a d6 for an unarmed attack rather than the usual damage. Unarmed strike with your horns deals piercing. You can make attacks with your horns and hooves as if they were weapons with the light trait for 2-weapon fighting. You get skill proficiency. You either get athletics, history, nature, or survival. Minotaurs often choose intimidation. You just gain proficiency in one skill, right? Okay. Oh, that's right. I think we used the new race building rules for D&D 5e. Make Miltank as a character. Would Miltank be a monk with rollout? Bovian glass blowing. You gain proficiency with glass blowers tools, and you can create glass versions of any metal or wood item weighing up to 3 pounds that functions just as well. Starting at 5th level, you can cast the spell Augury with this trait. You must use a piece of glass as the material component. Once you cast Augury using this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Treat your size category as 1 larger for the purposes of carrying capacity. Add your proficiency bonus on intimidation checks as long as you vocalize loudly as part of making the attempt, even if you aren't proficient. If you are proficient, you have expertise on those checks. As long as you are really loud, you have expertise on intimidation checks. Useful toolkit, what? Speak, read, and write Common and 1 other language, usually Bovian. The heritages are Anoa, Highlands, Meadow, and Minotaur. There's so much here. Stormborn, they all do different stuff. Let's see. Bovian feats. You get access to new feats, which I'm just not even going to go over right now because my voice is starting to die. Lots of new feats. Lots of new feats. I don't know. I think we're handling feats the same as they do in 5e, so only at, every 4 levels. But we're just adding more feat options, They are there to be taken. The No Sight, which unfortunately we did have to rename our Cronags. They were really, really uncomfortably close to Bovian hooves. The Cronag was just too uncomfortably close to the Marvel characters of the same name. Mr. Wick, yes, you can't back it anymore, but you can pre-order it. There's a link in the description that'll take you to sinclairslibrary.com. I forget what the actual Marvel ones are called. Let me see. It was completely unintentional. We didn't even realize it existed. Marvel has the Cronins. We had made Cronags, and we just didn't want to get in trouble with Marvel. It's Disney. You don't mess with Disney. So Cronag, Cronan, we wanted them to stand out a little bit more, so we renamed them to No Sight. So everything else is the same. They're still living rocks. They still reincarnate. None of their lore got changed. They're just known as the No Sight now instead of the Cronags. You're pre-ordering now. Let's go, Kobold. Big. No Sight traits. They're a little bit slower. Your soul travels to seek reincarnation immediately after death. You cannot be raised from the dead by mortal means. When you're not wearing armor, you can calculate your base armor as 16 plus dexterity with a max of +2. You can't wear light armor, but shields and other bonuses still apply. Oh yeah, Elliot. Our artists on our staff have just blown us out of the water. It's absolutely insane. This is one of the first pieces of art we ever did for Sinclair's, actually. This one's existed for well over a year now. Oh, man, so much stuff. So much stuff. Is there anything else beyond the no site, or is that it for now? Oh, I've always loved this piece here. Do I still have it? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Is it over here? I don't know what happened to it. Yes, I do. Hell yeah. This is actually a piece of artwork. Let me go full screen here for this. Because this is one of the things you can... That looks weird. Hi, Finnick. Oh, that's from the stream. That's from that stream. We're gonna... Whoop. We're gonna just... transform... Reset transform. That stream existed. That happened. That is artwork from our GM screen. We sell our GM screens, which has... You can see that's the artwork that was shown on screen. But it actually goes so much farther. All the way up to the cool freaking dragon there. Yeah, I love how this turned out. I love this GM screen so much. Yeah, so those, I think, are still available for sale. I think they're like 15 bucks? I can't remember. But yeah, no, love that GM screen so much. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, no site feats. Is there anything else beyond the feats, or is it just the feats? Anything else? I think that might be it. Oh, new spells. Ooh. Is this how we got the Aesir Eidolon in here? Hold on, is this how we got around there being no summoner in 5e? Aesir bonding. You form a special bond that with a specific Aesir, a chaotic celestial that embodies conflict either as an angel of battle or a chosen warrior against the foes of the gods. Most Aesir are humanoid in appearance with a commanding presence, adorned with weapons and insignia of battle. Yada, yada, yada. The Aesir uses the Bonded Aesir stat block. When you first bond with the Aesir, you choose for them to be either a Conqueror or a Guardian, which determines some of their statistics. The Aesir acts on your turn immediately after you do. If you dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide, ready, or search, it can take any of those actions. You can choose any action for your Aesir to take if you spend a bonus action to command it as well as while you are incapacitated. You can also order your Aesir to attack in place of any number of your attacks. We actually did it. The Mad Lads actually got the summoner into 5e. Your life force anchors the Aesir to this plane of existence, so damage to it also harms you, and vice versa. It shares your hit points rather than having its own separate points. Damage and healing to either you or the Aesir applies to your hit points. If the same effect would simultaneously damage or heal both of you, only the greater amount of damage or healing applies when you drop to 100 points or you're more than 100 feet apart. Let's go! How long does it last? I think, don't think that's what that's supposed to mean. I think this is a typo. I think it's supposed to be infinite. I don't think it's ever supposed to wear off. Yeah, this is a summoner. This is a Pathfinder 2e summoner turned into a 5e spell. What a huge brain way around it. Oh my god. That's genius. So armor class is either 13 plus your spell slot level or 14 plus your spell slot level. Let's go, Kobold. The bond is instantaneous, yeah. I'm guessing it lasts forever, yeah. Speed is that. Strength is that. Saving throws, proficient in strength, dex, charisma, or either con for the guardian or wisdom for the conqueror. Proficient in religion and either insight for the guardian, intimidation for the conqueror. Resist radiant damage, dark vision, passive perception 12, knows your languages, proficiency bonus is equal to yours. The guardian gets a rapier and the great axe gets the conqueror gets a great axe. Oh, 1d12 plus 2 plus your spell slot level slashing die. When the Aesir rolls a 1 or 2, it has great weapon master. Oh, or at least the fighting style. Holy cow, that's so cool. That is the most clever thing I've ever seen. I never expected this. Wow. Oh, wow, there's more. It keeps going. You can't have more than one conjured creature bound to your life force at a time. Remember, at a time. If you cast this spell while you already have a bonded Aesir, you instead cause it to adopt a new form, such as by changing from a Guardian to a Conqueror or vice versa. If you cast this spell while you have a familiar or other indefinitely conjured ally that can be temporarily dismissed, that ally is temporarily dismissed whenever you summon your Aesir. Likewise, your Aesir is temporarily dismissed whenever you summon your familiar. Okay, so you can't have both. What if it's at a time, at a time, at a time? At higher levels, when you cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the Aesir gains shining wings that give it a fly speed. Whenever you cast it using 4th level or higher, it also deals 1d6 extra damage when it hits with an opportunity attack. And if you use 5th level or higher, it can cast Revivify once per day. Holy cow. Yo, the cooperative waffles are real. Yeah, so Ellie, the Pathfinder 2e Summoner is basically a stand in the first place, so that's exactly what we're going for. My god. Huge. Earth Warp. Man. Oh, this team. This team has blown me out of the water. I can't believe this. I can't believe they did it. That's amazing. All right. My voice is going. I believe it's time to call it. So thank you all for joining for this. This was an absolute blast. I was just blown away by everything on here. I'm going to go drink some tea. Ellie, it was great seeing you again, as always. We got to talk more. I always forget to message you for some reason. Yeah, I'm going to go eat some leftover pizza and then try to get some other work done, maybe. We'll see. So, take care of yourselves. Thank you for supporting Sinclair's Library. And by the way, I'll see you tomorrow for another live stream. Because you know it's time to cover Treasure Vault and those hot, hot new crafting rules.